Still learning, guys, still learning. Hey, okay. We're trying this round 2. I can see I should edit camera settings. So that you don't get my whole messy background. This is my tarot card though. So now you guys know I do have church pews in my living room. My rabbit Buns is over there. I assure you, Buns does not live her entire life in a tiny cage. It's we're still yet coming out of winter in the Midwest, so she has a different spot, but space was limited. She's a happy rabbit. Actually, she's probably overdue to get out and run around the house. I digress. Welcome to the Divine Fool Tarot. We got a new webcam. Thank you to our friend Craig. I finally got it hooked up. I am not very tech savvy. Actually, I should have just done it a week ago because it was much easier than I thought. Strength. We've got Leo straight out the gate. Hot dog. The Fool. And the Ten of Cactus. The Ten of Swords. 7 of Swords. Could be some deceit. 4 of Pentacles. And that's a fiddle leaf fig. Well, I got too many, but I see Judgment in the Moon, so I'm going to take them. Okay, so Easter Lily, interesting for Judgment, and the Moon. I love the Moon card in this deck. So Strength, the Fool, and the Ten of Cactus. So someone's been working on themselves. They're taking the Fool's journey. I also love the Fool in this deck because it is a plant that's just sprouted. So all my seeds, all my plants look like that right now. But something's happened. You're someone 10 of Swords you. Something happened. Something stopped you in your tracks. Probably some deceit. And then you have the 4 of Pentacles. Now, the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, these clarifying cards are rocking out for us. I've got too many clarifiers coming out, and I'm still trying to get through these. Okay, sorry. You know, that 4 of Pentacles is either a miser, it's being set in beliefs, Judgment in the Moon, but the Moon is not jumping to, the Moon is enlightenment, but the Moon is also not jumping to conclusion until you have all the facts. So let us not jump to a conclusion until we have all the facts. Strength. You've been doing the work. You've been doing it by yourself. Inner strength, inner power, self-love. The Fool, the 10 of Cactus. 7 of Swords, 7 of Cactus. You could have had money stop. If this is a new beginning, if this is a new job, you know, path, you could have had Pentacles stop you in your tracks. You could also have self-doubt, self-limiting. You know, I know the 4 of Pentacles isn't the 8 of Swords, but it can also be very like set in a way. Like if you're so set in a way that you have to do something a certain way before it can become successful, that can stop you in your tracks. But we have Judgment. Ooh, I like that these are, most of these cards are 90% of them are white, but we've got light blue and dark blue. Judgment, is an awakening. It's an epiphany. It's intervention. It's self-reflection. It's angelic. It's destiny. It could be destiny coming into play here because we are in April. Again, not an astrology expert, guys. Just watch too much tarot. So I learned a lot from other people. So I also know from my own chart. Again, I'm going to tell you I had my chart done and then I had a tarot reading along with it through someone who has years more of expertise than me. And I know that for me, April is my mom month. So April started out with a panic, but major changes ensued today. So, me remaining calm and remaining faithful that God and the universe had a plan for me and that I've put all this work into everything that I'm working on, as well as myself and my journey and calling in my soul tribe. Um, I had to remain calm and not jump to conclusions. And then what happened? Things came into light for me today. So, um, some clarifiers that we got out here. Page of Wands, forward movement, Ten of Cups. But I think what came out before the Ten of Cups was the Tower. So it could be, it could be an external tower moment. It could be an internal tower moment. It could be ending to hard times, ending to a relationship, ending to a job, whatever that means for you. We do have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is typically post-conflict. And then you're moving into the King of Potted Trees, the King of Pentacles. Let's clarify Judgment and the Moon. So it's like whatever you thought had you at your standstill is like that magical moment's going to come into play. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. That's balance. That's incoming balance to the situation. You guys, I had that today so hard. I've been trying to just like remain calm. Everything will be great. Everything will be great. And just like jobs just came out of nowhere for me, like side jobs. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups clarifying that moon, walking away from something that's not working is walking towards something. So that's absolutely fabulous. So whatever has stopped you in your tracks, I also see the Star and the Three of Cups. So it's all going to, the Three of Succulents, it's all going to work itself out. You just have to be patient. It's not all going to come, you got to put the work in, but it's feeling very like it's all going to work out. Let's get now that we've clarified, let's see what was maybe causing the problem or what your, what your hiccup was. Distant horizons, great fortune, official person, There's that someone coming in to help. Adjudication and imprisonment. I mean, and I'm taking the imprisonment as your whatever was 10 of Swords in you. And great fortune doesn't always have to mean courtship, and courtship could be in business or it can be love. But great fortune isn't always, isn't money. It's a fortunate sequence of events. I feel very over clarifying with the Kipler here. I don't normally pull that many from it, but I'm like, well, we've gone this far. Let's pull one more. Could be self-imprisonment, but I know how that feels. Like, it's just feeling like trapped in a situation. It's very like 2 of Swordsy. So that was too many, but I see expectation, pathway, and mature man. Ooh, wealthy man. But with the expectation, you've got expectation and journey. So, I feel like whatever stopped you in your tracks, it really probably threw you through a loop and put you in that Four of Pentacles, whether it's financial, business, home, family, friends, Moon Goddess. I pulled some self-care cards because I'm like, all right, if you're feeling stuck, like sometimes like it takes a while for our manifestations or for things to work out for us. And with the Moon Goddess, and then drink tea, which, look, I'm not a tea drinker because this is a midnight coffee episode, but if you're doing anything with your own intuition, they do say, and listen, my kidneys are screaming right now, to drink water, self-care. But I see collaboration and digital detox. So again, listen, I'm really bad about sitting in silence, and I know I'm kind of at a point where I need to shut everything off and just sit in silence or silently do something and not always have something going in the background. But I'm also home, like, if I'm not working, like, I have zero social hour at all for me, besides you guys. And like, no one's on right now. So I'm still just talking to myself. But digital detox, that can be really healthy. I also take it as not letting other people chime in. If you found yourself, if you haven't made the steps out of whatever has stopped you in your tracks right now, towers can be good and bad, but whatever is 10 of Swords your ass, and that 7, I'm sorry, that was the 4. That 7 of Swords, that little bit of deceit, whatever it was, again, could be self-deceit, self-doubt. My gosh, you guys, I battled that so hard this week. I questioned my own intuition. I questioned my own intuition because I questioned myself as a reader, like, and now I laugh at myself and I'm like, I questioned my own authenticity because I wasn't picking up on anything dark, but I have everything dark, like, blocked out. Like, I refuse negativity in my life right now. So, thank you to the other tarot reader that was like, no, that's a good thing. That means, you're healing and raising your own vibration. And so, am I going to sit here before you and claim I have all the answers and I'm perfect and happy all the time? No. I yelled at the dog earlier and got road rage, right? I mean, so, you know, life's not kumbaya 24/7. It just means as a whole, like, I don't, with all due respect, I don't want to talk about your karmic ex. Nobody wants your karmic ex back, and I sure as shit don't want their energy up in my house. So there's plenty of readers that can help you with that. At this point, I've had to stop watching a bunch of my favorite readers because I'm like, I am cutting the cord. I don't care about what judgment the universe is calling on my ex because I'm over here focused on my best life. And what do we have here, guys? We have, and I'm not talking bad about any kind of karmic readers at all whatsoever. I'm saying it made me question myself, and to have someone give me that boost of confidence back. um the master will appear when the student is ready. We have success, transition, and focus. So keep focused. I see a key, I see a candle, I see the palm with the eye in it. Cauliflower, peppermint, and stock flower. I will be planting cauliflower and peppermint this week on my other channel, the Midwest Thistle. I see the Pisces symbol. Um, I see a key. Is that the Cancer symbol? 20, 11, and 35. I see 35 twice. I see 20 twice. And I see 3 and 16. But interesting, 35 and 20 twice. I'm going to look them up real quick. I'm not an angel number expert, and especially not all the little individual ones. But I feel like let's look them up. The first symbolic meaning of the number 20 is that it is a sign of balance and harmony. It symbolizes the perfect balance between mind, body, and spirit. You may be entering your spiritual journey and connecting with a higher power. The number 20 is also a sign of peace and tranquility. Thank you, universe, for reiterating to my ego and mentioning connecting with a higher power and your own intuition is back when I mentioned the moon and drinking more water. My ego thanks you, universe. Also, I have had to, check my do a spiritual ego check on myself as well. And so, I had my moments of rage and anger and thinking I was going to strike down the universe on my own personal karmics. And I let it go and literally prayed one night that, that God would let them see the light, because for people to do that horrible of things to other people and to potentially be worshiping lower vibing dark entities, think about how hurt of a person that does that. Because at that point, if you're worshiping the naughty, as we'll call it, or the doo-doo juju, as I so often refer to it as, you have to admit and know that there is a higher power, light being, God, Yahweh, and you're knowingly going against that on the other side of that. You can't deny it at that point because you can't have that without the other. You can't have below without above. So, anyways, I digress. When I did that for me, not to be a narcissist and talk about me, the entire energy in my house changed. The entire energy. And good things started happening for me when I let go, when I got myself out of that Four of Pentacles and sat in the King of Pentacles energy. So, number 35. I think it gave me a math thing. Well, let's read it. I'll read that part too. 35 is the sum of numbers, making it a tetrahedral number. 35 is the number of ways that three things can be selected from a set of 7 unique things, known as the combination of 7 things taken 3 at a time. Interesting, because 7 is a power number. I know very little. I'm learning, guys. A lot of you, if you have something to say about numbers, chime in. If you have a book or a website or another YouTuber that like helped you learn numerology, or you have any pointers into helping me on my beginning journey of numerology, please, by all means, like, help me help you, help me. The angel number 35, meaning is that, sorry, I was like, oh my God, it's saying your angels don't support you. The angel number 35 meaning is that your angels will support you as you restore balance in your life and make positive changes that will bring abundance into your life. And you have the Tower on the Fool, by the way. How much I said the cards were overlapping. The 5 of Swords was on the 7 of Swords. The King of Pentacles was on the 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of, no, I'm sorry. The 5 of Pentacles was on Judgment. I'm sorry, guys. I did get I sometimes mix the 4 and 5. Again, look, I'm still learning Roman, the Roman numerals. My God, you should have seen me. I no longer need my cheat sheet for every reading on the numerals, unless I'm using a French deck. Then I get them out because it helps me, or like a really difficult, a deck that doesn't have them so obvious. And then on the moon, you have the 8 of Cups, which I believe that one I did say. So, the 8 of Cups is you having that enlightenment. Also, I note the number 3. There are 3 symbolisms of the moon on the bottom of that. Walking away from something is walking towards something. So, I think that's great. I'm gonna leave it at that. Let me get you. Oh no, real quick, because I just got these too. So I'm like, you're not a tarot reader unless you have Wisdom of the Oracle. I've discovered this. Just kidding. But let's get. Yeah, all that glitters is not gold. Number 16. This is number 16 twice now, guys. We're not ending it. We're not ending it there. We're looking up 16. Interesting. So interesting with the numbers, guys, because I'm not the numbers expert. If 11 comes out again, I'm gonna might crap my pants live on this video. Too many. But I'm gonna check for that number. Yeah, all that glitters is not gold. And Unfinished Symphony. So close it out. You close the cycle. Also, actually, Unfinished Symphony means that it's not your story is not over. Whatever ending you had, whatever you had to walk away from, whatever 10 of Swords you, whatever 7 of Swords you, where you are today is not where you end up. Come to the edge. Come to the edge is my Fool card for this deck. Message in a bottle. Okay, we are going to look up 16. I'm sorry. Sometimes I just like to, I love this deck, so I keep pulling. But Come to the Edge is my Fool card. It's like, just come over here and look at this. Just take that leap of faith. The significance of angel number 16 is that it is a sign of good things to come. If you see this number often, it could be an indication that your prayers have been answered and good things are on their way. Have faith and trust that the angels are supporting and guiding you towards what is best for you. And again, that takes us back to, judgment can be you talking to your higher power and having faith. Prayers, judgment, divine intervention. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you guys. I'm going to leave it. 27. I'm not looking up 27. Should I? I'm going to leave it that, guys. I'll get us a better background next time. I'm working on the camera. I wonder if it'll let me turn it. Because I actually hung up those curtains in front of my doorway, like for that reason. The way there's like two little windows in my door, and it was like, and then I had this curtain over it. And I always read at night. Very rarely do I read during the day. I'm just a night owl. So, it was looking like very Amityville horror, like behind me. So, anyways, thank you guys so much. Again, we were kind of missing my bookshelf. It's blocked by the crates that need to go down to my art studio I'm working on in my basement. Now that we got the demon out of it. So if anyone has any books to recommend for me, also like astrology, kind of like a beginning, starting point. You guys, I got the Book of Enoch. I was at a bookstore and I found the Book of Enoch, the Book of Knowledge, the Keys to Enoch. Very expensive book. I got a heck of a deal on it. And I was there grabbing the Awake Your Inner Spirit deck, and it was at a used store. And I look up in the case and I go, it just caught my eye. And then I saw a price tag and I go, all right, this is when you find an expensive book like that at a used store and it's locked up in a case, it automatically had my attention. And I'd been trying to get there for a couple days as well, and had just been there like a week prior even. So I knew that it had just been moved into this case because I would have seen it. And so I stop and I'm like, all right, I've got to Google this book now, right? Because I'm like, there's no way I'm buying this book. As I'm Googling it, I'm like, look at my clock and it says 11:11. And I was like, that's a wrap. That's it. I was like, I'll take that book. It was at Half Price Books. So I actually had the 10% off coupon and ended up getting basically that tarot deck and then some for free. But anywho, it's been a heavy read for me. Actually, I'm not upset it was highlighted, which is probably why I got it for the price that I did. Because I've seen it for upwards of 400, but it was highlighted, so that has helped. I mean, I'm not just reading the highlighted parts, but it's a heavy read. It has a kind of a lot of like science in it that loses me, and so I'm slow going on reading it. And I've seen other people read it on their channels, but it also says in the beginning that you're not supposed to. And maybe all books are like this because of the copyright, that it doesn't want it reproduced in any way. And that would also mean to me reading it would be without permission. So I don't know about that one. I did really want to read it on the channel. So I'm not sure. I'm going to double check because I don't want to get sued for my non-profitable YouTube channel. So, oh, good. It does look like I finally see my mic there. It's picking me up. So I'm going to end it at that, guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you this week in the chakra readings. I got some new stones and we're going to do, I've only played with them just with myself. The animal spirit, the wild unknown decks. And so I have the animal spirit oracle and the regular deck. So I'm like super excited to bust those out. So thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next one.